All right, cool. So here we go, guys. Episode 3 of Nostalgia Nights. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Tonight's guest is Wes. If you guys have seen the Smash documentary, I'm sure you guys recognize him. He's an old school member of Deadly Alliance, one of the best crews back in the day. And he is also very knowledgeable about the old school Smash scene, like all the guests I've had on so far. But he definitely brings a little bit of a different perspective as well, being from New York and everything. And so, Wes, if you just want to start off, give like a little intro of yourself, that's cool.
Pretty much, I don't know if anyone knows about me, but my gamer tag is Wes, DA West. My real name is Antoine. I'm not gonna give you my full name. I don't want you guys following me, but to my house. But anyway, my real name is Antoine. I'm one of the co-founders, or one of the founders rather, of Deadly Alliance. One of the or is the best, the greatest Smash Brothers team known to man. I don't know what Chillin's talking about, but yeah, the greatest Smash Brothers team known to man. We still alive, kicking. We see people at Apex. But yeah, more to my history. We started. A lot of us started from Manhattan, which is myself, Hell Fox, Kamal, Killer R. So I don't know another thing from the documentary. I understand how Chillin' Dude thought we was from the Bronx. I guess since all of us go to tournaments and scare people automatically, people think of the craziest or the most dangerous place in New York City, which was the Bronx. But yeah, none of
Yeah.
us really came from the Bronx. Only one member, and that was Bum, and
Oh,
he's
okay.
currently not a member of Deadly Alliance. But
My bad.
that's all right, man. I mean, I'm still here, so still showing you love, right? So
True, true.
it's all good.
Word. Well, yeah, thanks a lot for coming on. We have a lot to talk about. The main focus that I wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna put on just some old school footage here while we're talking. And again, guys, let me know if the audio is too loud on that, but it shouldn't be bad. But so the main thing I wanted to discuss with you was basically trash talk and how different it was back in the day compared to now. Because as we know, the community is a lot different in that regard than it used to be. It's definitely something that a lot of new school players might not realize, though. So tell me, I guess, your perspective of did you guys like, because I'm gonna say that H2IL, we talked trash on the boards, but we didn't really
Hmm.
talk trash in person until we met you guys, and we were like, oh, okay, like like these guys back it up like in real life, you know what I'm saying? Like that's legit, and that's when we started talking shit in person too. But what made you guys like do that? From is that just something you guys just did from the get go, just to like get get each other better, or how did that all start?
I mean, overall, it's to get your opponent. It's people may think it's being a jerk or a hole, but it kind of isn't. It's more so just to make your opponent, make your opponent want to beat you up or make them get better. Hence, making you better eventually. And it's just to demoralize the person because a lot of guys in the community they don't really have mentally they don't have what it takes to win these tournaments because all you got to do is give them a little trash talk which they aren't used to because when they go to these smash fests at Bobby H's house or whatever, they all just play quiet smash. They play chess smash and just
Yeah,
play with each other. But when
right.
they come to tournaments with Daily Alliance, and say if I have a match against like Bobby H, and then my whole posse's behind me
Yeah.
rooting talking crap, Bobby H can't handle that because he's not he's not used to training like that with his friends. They
Yeah.
just used to giving each other handshakes and just calling it a day. But if you see some of the sessions from back in the days with Daily Lions, it was sometimes dudes would be mad at each other, wouldn't talk to each other for a few days, but then after a while, all of us just realized it's just for the love of the game and
Right.
just to make each other better.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I did it because I actually wanted people to hate me, not hate me to the point where they want me to die or nothing, but just hate me as a player. Wanted my blood in tournaments because that
Right.
that kept me going strong in tournaments, wanted me to get better
Yeah.
because I know everyone wanted to shut me up.
Yeah. No, I
So
mean, I can definitely attest to that. I remember back in the day, like your guys' trash talk was such a huge motivator because I don't know, it was one thing to trash talk on the boards and everyone did that back in the day, but to actually do it in
mhm.
person when you're face to face sitting next to someone in a tournament, it's I mean, it's intimidating as hell, I'm gonna be honest. Like it's something that like we started to catch on to it too, and we started talking trash to our opponents too, like I said. But it definitely, I feel like it's like died out, and the community doesn't really do that anymore. And I mean, it's kind of sad because, like you said, it was a big motivator. Like, if you're actually mad at this dude and you hate this dude, then you want to beat him like really bad. You know, it kind of makes it more personal than just a game. But I feel like it never got to that like personal level where it was like too far most of the time. Like there was very few times where I would say that someone like took the trash talk too far or whatever. So I still wish we could see that kind of stuff today.
That's true. I mean, the big issue here's the issue with the community. I mean, people could call me a jerk. Once again, I don't really care. When I'm not, if you, people really know me as a person, I'm not really a jerk. But anyway, the issue is that a lot of these guys they trash talk, but in disguise. Like I could be playing someone and I beat them. They don't say anything. When they get home amongst their friends, they talk all the crap. Or even people you may think that's nice to each other, behind closed doors, they talk all the crap in the world.
Right.
Like nowadays in the community, it's kind of sugarcoated. A lot of these guys sugarcoat everything, or they just fake just to get a buck or two. That's what I
True.
feel is like. A lot of these guys, they sugarcoat everything because they scared if they talk crap to uh I'm gonna throw a name out there, but anyway, I'm gonna throw a name like Nakat. Say for example, somebody wants to get good in like wants to end on the community. They scared to talk trash to him in tournament because they probably scared that oh Nakat if I talk crap to Nakat, I'm gonna be shunned from the community, from the Smash 4 community, and no one wants to talk to me. I can't do that. You know, I gotta be
Yeah.
nice to him. I gotta freaking caress his balls. You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna like do any type of personal remarks to anyone like that. But
Right.
I'm gonna talk trash to people in the game.
Yeah.
Like I'm using the car as an example. I talk to him all the time, and both of us talk trash to each other. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't hate the guy. I don't know him personally for me to hate him. So why
Right.
would I? You know, why should we hate each other at all?
Yeah, no, and I think that's where people like don't really seem to draw that line in the Smash community anymore of like, okay, there's an acceptable level of trash talking someone where you're not being like you're not taking it too far, you're not being personal, you're not saying anything about them as a person, you're talking about them as a player and that they're a bad player or whatever it might be. I mean, that kind of stuff is totally acceptable to me, but I feel like now that line is kind of blurred where anytime anyone says anything, even if it is just talking trash to someone as a player, people sometimes get offended and are like, you know, why are you guys being mean or whatever and all this stuff. And I'm like, I mean, it's part of the game. It's a competitive game. Like if you always love your opponent, then you're not gonna play as hard. So I feel like that aspect is way different than it used to be. There are some matches that still bring the hype, like a little bit, but I mean, compared to like the FC3 East versus West crew battle, like that,
Oh, there's nothing to compare to that, man. Like
yeah,
I watch the crew battles now. They're like, it's cool, but it's just to me the crew battles look kind of orchestrated now. You know, it doesn't seem like dudes have a lot of rivalry or nothing like that. It's just
yeah,
oh, since we're from the east and we're from the west,
yeah.
oh, I guess we gotta be rivals now, guys. You know, it's like
Yeah,
that now. But
there's
it's
no.
not like oh, the rivalry we have versus Ken and his sisters. Like oh, Ken's sister would cheer from him. Me and Killer would be like, shut up, sit down. And then they look at us like, oh my God, you just said shut up to Ken's sister?
Yeah,
She's a girl. Like, who cares? You talking crap to us? Anybody who's talking crap to us, they getting it.
yeah.
I don't care if the Pope is at a tournament rooting on for the West Coast. I'm talking crap to him too. You in competition, so feel the
Uh,
wrath. That's it.
yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna still show love to the Pope, but yo, you just talk crap to me.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's true. Like the MLG crew battle this year, East Coast versus West Coast, like it was not like I mean there was some level of hype there, but I just didn't feel the same rivalry. Like the players themselves didn't care as much. Like the people watching didn't care as much because I feel like I don't know, back then it wasn't like it was really arguable who was the best coast. Like you could really be like, okay, you know, the the West Coast has like Ken and Isaiah, but the East Coast has a deeper roster, and that's why the crew battle came about in the first place. Like I feel like those types of arguments, like people don't really have that anymore. Like it might just be like lack of regional pride, but I don't know, like the East Coast didn't seem to care that much, like overall. I mean, okay, the crew battle was still overall pretty hype, like I said, and people did care about it in general. But if we had that audience of like however many tens of thousands of people were watching that crew battle with the FC3 crew battle, like I can't even imagine like how sick that would be in terms of like the hype and like the recognition we would get for because people recognize even if they go back and watch the YouTube video now of East Coast versus
Hmm.
West Coast, like damn, these guys were really into it, and I really don't feel like we see that as much anymore, which sucks. I mean, it's it's something that I I guess I can kind of understand why the community has gone that way, like being more esports and stuff like that. Like people are trying to like maintain a certain image a lot of the time and stuff, but I don't know, when something happens like to me that like I don't like or if someone says some shit that I don't like, then I have no trouble like still calling people out. Like Leffen is a good example. Like he was talking trash like with nothing to really back it up and I'm like, all right, how are you gonna be out here like talking random shit? And I mean I gave it back to him and that's how the money match started in the first place. But it sucks that I guess more people aren't willing to take it there.
See, it's not. I don't think it has nothing to do with us being esports. Why we're not talking crap? It's just the community now is soft, to be honest. Because there's a difference between talking crap and being like real nasty and raunchy about it, like using curse words, and it's just a whole bunch of profanity. When you can still have a good trash talking session and not curse a person out.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely true. I think even before I guess the past couple years when the Smash community really blew up like it did, you kind of already started to see it in like 2007, 2008 around when Brawl came out, like people were already kind of at that point where they didn't really like tolerate trash talk or they got mad anytime anyone said something like that, even if it wasn't really out of line. But I don't know. I think that we probably won't ever really see the community return to that like the way it really used to be back in the day. But I think we could see like acceptable trash talk make some kind of comeback. And obviously that would be I feel like it's good for the community. It creates hype, it creates rivalries, and as long as like I said, people don't take it too far, then it's definitely good overall.
I mean, trash talk has been around for years. Not even counting Smash, just anything competitively or
Right.
competitive rather. People just talk trash. It could be boxing, basketball, baseball. Let's not even get to the real man sports. Like those sports, forget about it. The
Yeah.
Smashes would die. Everyone want to commit suicide after they got involved in in the Smash trash talk session. As it's just crazy, man.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, man. It sucks. But yeah, guys, I think we might open the floor to questions from the chat. If anyone has questions, feel free to ask. And
I have a question that needs to be answered
what's
because
that?
no, sorry, I have an answer to a question I was asked.
Oh, okay.
I saw people asking me to commentate at Apex. Let's get this straight. I'm more than likely I won't ever commentate or have any type of commentary I guess hand in Apex because I don't know, maybe Alex just has some type of hatred for me. I don't know, but that's just putting him on blast. I don't care, but yeah.
True.
This new yo, dude. Let me tell you guys a little story. Anyway, this was it's just correct me guys if I'm bugging, but this was about after the previous Apex has ended. Before the like after the Apex ended, or a little before the Apex ended, I asked Alex right away, can I commentate? This dude told me that he already has people commentating for the next Apex. I'm like, how is that right? How is that? And then on Facebook, I see him posting, asking requests if there's anyone that needs to, that wants to commentate, or he needs help volunteering for the next Apex. I'm like, oh, word.
Damn.
That's a shot at me. Come on, like
Damn.
seriously.
That's kind of
I'm not even
grimy.
gonna. That's not gonna be put under the rug. I'm I'm
True.
gonna let that be. I'm just gonna tell everyone that.
Word. Damn.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, no West
it sucks,
commentary at Apex.
but whatever. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna be mad at it. I'm not gonna hate and be like, oh, I'm not gonna come to Apex because I'm not commentating. I'm not.
Right.
That's not me. So, but I'm gonna go to Apex, have a good time. I hope everyone else goes to Apex
Yeah.
because it is a good event for everyone to come to.
Yeah.
But it is what it is,
I
man.
mean, it's pretty much the biggest Smash tournament around, so let's see. I saw a good question. Who's the person that was most offended by the trash talk? Uh, I think I think Ken took it pretty harsh sometimes. Ken's brother was the worst though. Manicloud, oh my God, you trash talk him at all, he would get so mad. That was hilarious.
I heard he was like that for his tournaments too, like the OCs.
Oh yeah,
He didn't like people trash talking.
yeah. Anytime people tried to say something bad about the tournament, he would just like try to like ban them or some shit.
Oh man, these guys, dude, these freaking guys.
Didn't West main Sonic in Brawl? Yeah,
That was Brawl, yeah, but Brawl is done. I don't even know why they have Brawl at Apex. It's a waste of, to me, it's a waste of space. It's a waste of time
I
to
kind of
have
agree.
Brawl because
Doesn't make sense.
Smash Four is out.
Yeah,
I don't know why these tournament hosts do that, dude. It's
it
just
is
stop it,
weird.
yo. Just stop it, yo. We got Brawl. We got freaking Smash Four.
Yeah, I
You
feel
saw
like
how many entries we got for this for Brawl? How many were it?
not a
Like
lot.
50?
Yeah,
Yo, it was like a local tournament, dude. So get honestly, did you get that out of here?
yeah. No,
Smash
I agree.
64 fine. Smash 64 fine because they got their own complete
Yeah,
community. But
it's a totally different
Brawl,
game.
yeah, Brawl community is like Smash 4.
Yeah, Brawl community moved to Smash 4, so it doesn't make sense to have Brawl there too. That is pretty dumb. Was there anyone who went too far with their trash talk? Not usually. Like I said, like people usually I mean, there were occasional times when people would say something like personal, and obviously that's like over the line if you're like making fun of like someone's appearance or something like that. Like stuff like that occasionally happen, but far and away, like I said, DA was like the original trash talkers, and none of the stuff they said was over the line, I think. Like a lot of it was like, I mean, it would make you mad, but not like in like I said, in some kind of personal way. So I think there were very few people that took their trash talk too far in general.
Well, Alex, I guess my toughest opponent that I ever faced was it's probably Isaiah.
Isaiah
Just
had
off
your
the
number back in the day.
Yeah, he did. I'm not gonna lie about that, but because you know what it was is the fact that he was probably before Hugs came around, he was probably the second best Samus at the time, because he know the in and outs of Samus, and and he played with a character that at the time I felt countered Samus,
Yeah,
so it made it real hard for me to fight this guy. It made it real hard for me to fight this guy. Everyone else that I lost to, it wasn't the, I mean, it was just they didn't have my number. It was
right.
just that it just went down to the wire most of the matches, and they just, I guess they outplayed me, but it wasn't like I felt like that. Yo, I'm not gonna beat this guy when I play this guy in
Yeah,
bracket. That's how I felt with Isaiah because of the fact that he played with Samus and he used a character that gave Samus a hard time at
yeah,
that point in time of the metagame.
yeah. I mean, that's still a pretty bad matchup even today. So,
Yeah,
um,
so
did the trash talk actually happen in every single tournament, like even in MLGs, or was it only locals? I mean, it was pretty much every tournament. Like some locals, if I feel like if the local was literally only people from your region, then there wasn't as much trash talk unless you had like some rivalry within the region. But like every time like we had like DA come down, it was just like nonstop trash talk the whole time. And then that definitely continued when like MLG first started and stuff. Like I said, the whole like community, I guess, getting soft didn't really take place until like 2007, 2008. So yeah, you saw that stuff at MLGs as well.
what do you mean by tier list? What do you mean by current tier list? You talking about Melee, Smash 4? What's up?
I feel like with both of you being here, it would be a missed opportunity if we didn't talk about good clucks. All right, so the story of good clucks. Wes came to a local DC tournament, and he sat down to play me in friendlies, and game one he was clearly sandbagging, like, because I had played Wes before at a fest. I had never played him in tournament yet, but he when he came to the fest, he pretty much bopped everyone in H2IL except for Azen. So he definitely like I got a lot better before that tournament, and so I was like, all right, let me see how much I improve by playing Wes. And so game one, he just sandbagged the fuck out of me, like let me like three stock him, and then game two, he immediately starts like trying. I could tell he was trying like at the very start of the match, and every time he lands a hit, he goes, "Good clucks in the tournament, good clucks in the tournament, son." And so I just thought it was the funniest shit. I was like, why is he saying good clucks? And then I ended up coming back and winning that match. And it was like the most important friendly in my life at that point. I was like, oh my God, I did it. It was funny as shit. But yeah, that shit still cracks me up. That's why we ended up using that as the chorus for our rap song.
Oh yeah, yeah. We had the crew. Our crew rivalry was so crazy that dudes were making rap battles against each other, like rap songs. You
That
know, it's
shit was
funny,
funny.
chilling. We actually had rap. I guess a rebuttal against you guys, but for
Oh
some
yeah,
reason, yeah, we
it
didn't get
never
a
came
chance to
out.
release it. Never
Yeah,
came out. Like,
yeah, I heard about
Kamal
that.
had lyrics. Kamal had
Oh,
some
for
a
real?
song.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Kamal had a song. I had a song. The funny thing is, I think I was fixing my room up one day and I saw it in my in a notepad I had. Like, but the thing is, I can't really read it because all of the ink and stuff is all messed up because
Oh, damn word.
that was like 6, 7 years ago, man.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I remember we tried to get Jay Tanik to write a verse to the rap, and all he did was trash Mild in the verse the whole fucking time. So we couldn't even put that shit. We were like, "Why are you trashing your own crewmate?" But he was just talking shit to Mild in the entire verse. It was funny as fuck.
All right, I got you, wife. I got you. I gotta pay respects to wife. But yeah, the DA adulthood. Like, what you want me to tell you? Everyone in DA's current status in life. That's what it is, wife.
I think that's a question. That's what it sounds like.
All right, so basically right now I guess I'm working. I do construction. I'm a union construction worker along with going to school. Me and one of my a few of my crew members, where we have a not-for-profit organization called SOS Gamers. We utilize video games to help society. So we do things like we go to nursing homes, play Wii games with the elderly. We do special events with the NYPD. We've done other charitable events with people using video games. We have other things we plan in the future. I mean, but like anything in business, it takes a while, especially if you don't have, if you wasn't born with a silver spoon in your mouth. So
Right.
it takes a while. Now in regards to Killer R, if people want to know, right now he finished school. I think he has a job. I forgot what he's doing, but he's doing very good. He's in the city right now. He has a very good job
Nice.
doing. I forgot what he's doing, but it's it's a nice career.
Right.
Dave, he works for Estee Lauder as I think some type of management and
Hmm.
project management. I forgot exactly what he does, but he finished school too. Compton, Mr. Bong King, he, he he right now he finished school about a few months ago. I think he has a degree. I forgot that. I can't remember these guys' degrees. There's so many damn degrees. But yeah, he has bachelor's in something. But he works for Samsung right now. Um, not like the retail, but actual the corporate
Oh,
side
okay.
of
Nice.
Samsung. So,
That's what's up.
and I guess a special announcement in regards to Compton. He has four beautiful kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one, actually two girls and two boys. But the crazy thing is that he got a boy and a girl. Just a regular boy and a girl. And then he got fraternal twins.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so now I was like, yo, me and Coop was like, Compton, all right, stop it, yo. Like, you gotta stop having kids, man. Wrap it up, man. That's it. No more kids. And he's like, he's like, all right, that's it. So his wife is getting her tubes tied. I mean, so they're
Word.
done. No more kids for him. Hell Fox, right now he's in Queens, just working with with his fiance and his daughter. Jensen Dyer Vulcan.
Hmm.
Right now he's working. He's with us doing Smash 4, trying to grind it out in Smash 4. The game is good, by the way. All those guys who hate on it, the game is fun. Um, Rafa, if people don't know who that is, the Gannon and our crew. He's currently, just working. I think he does school safety. Works in Queens. I think he's gonna start school soon. Um, who else we got? Kubina. Right now, he's a Kubu, aka Kubu. He's an actor right now. And he's the CEO of SOS Gamers, along with me being the vice president.
Nice.
Who else? So many daggone people in the
Mike
crew.
G.
Mike G. He has his degree in culinary arts, along with doing IT work. Right now, he resides in Georgia still, beating up people in Georgia. I think he's slowly getting into Smash 4. Um, who else? Who else am I missing? Ronald, aka Philly Billy, aka Incredible Hulk. Um, he's he's currently working for sanitation, working in Queens. I mean, living in Queens, and he's playing Smash 4 with us.
Word.
Who else we got? Yo, the crew list goes on and on. Mike. Little Mike, one
Oh
of the
yeah,
original Doc players.
Dave's little brother.
Yeah, Dave's little brother. He doesn't play Smash anymore. I think he has a wife and a kid, and he finished school. He got his bachelor's in accounting. Um, Oheen,
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
one of the original Peach players in DA. He's currently trying to get back into Smash Four, get into Smash Four with us. He finished school. He got his bachelor's degree in archaeology. I don't know what. I don't understand why he got his degree in archaeology, but that's what he wanted to do. That's something crazy for Heen, because I didn't. I wouldn't have thought of him being that, doing that at all. But he got his
Yeah,
degree in archaeology.
true,
Right now he's working for MetLife. What else? That's about it. I'm not gonna keep
true.
talking about the whole crew. I got so many
Yeah,
daggone members in the crew. Last person, PC Chris, ex DA member.
yeah,
Right now he's being what you call it, just being MIA.
yeah,
He's not really speaking to nobody. I try to hit him up, but he's a ghost.
yeah.
I guess his girl got him by the balls. I don't know, but
Yeah,
that's
something
about
like
it.
that. I hopefully can get a PC. I talked to him about maybe being on one of these, so hopefully we'll get an update from PC during that. But yeah, no, it sounds like y'all are generally doing really well, man. That's good.
Yep. So I mean, if people thought, I guess we died. I mean, we didn't die. We just was, life got us, and
True.
we trying to play. We trying to get into the game because I mean, I love Smash. Period. I don't know. I think even when my days are up for me to,
Yeah.
even my freaking deathbed, I'll probably be still thinking about Smash, playing
Yeah.
Smash.
No, I
But
agree, man.
yeah.
I just recently heard from Jatanic. Um,
Mhm.
he uh he hit me up because he was watching some of the old school videos on YouTube and getting all nostalgic and shit. And hopefully we're gonna hang out with him soon. But I feel like anyone who's played Smash for and gone to tournaments and stuff like that, it's like there's a certain part of you that you're always gonna want to play Smash at some point. Like even if you leave the community, like I wouldn't be surprised if we see like 50-year-old PC Chris at a tournament one day and shit like that. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying the community is the best right now, but I mean, regardless, you're gonna come to the game for some reason, whether you have a rivalry to settle, or you want to see how good you could push the character to his limits, or you just love the game. I mean, me personally is, I guess it's all of the above for me.
right,
I mean, I'm not really in this community for I guess fame or money. I honestly just like want to play the game and see how well I do
true.
for the next installment of Smash. That's kind of the reason why I stopped playing Melee, because I see. Oh, this answers the question of someone who asked earlier, who I think is the best Samus right now. Hands down, the best Samus right now is Plup. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah,
I mean, I still see there's flaws in his game, but still, hands down, he's the best Samus, and
yeah,
that's another reason why I kind of stopped playing with Melee, because I saw how good he was with Samus, and he was still having issues even placing top 5
right.
or top 8 in tournaments.
Yeah,
And I thought to myself, I'm like, the only way I could come back to the game is if I had consistent training and I was able to play against a lot of good people. But and New York City is kind of the slums, and yeah, it's just kind of the slums for training when it comes to getting better in general. So
mm,
I was like, it kind of makes no sense for me to even come back, because I don't want to keep saying I come back like I have been for 5 years, for the past 5 years, and then when it comes time for me to train with people, I don't get the right amount of training, and
true.
I don't want to lose because I don't have experience, because I don't, I'm not training.
Yeah,
So I'm like, forget about that. I'm gonna just play Smash Four, and Smash Four is a good game.
true.
I mean, and to me, Smash Four is like a mixture of all of the games. So I was like, you know
Word.
what? I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, it definitely seems like New York scene is not what it used to be at all for Smash, for Melee
Mhm.
especially.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's a lot of people are asking if you have a Mewtwo King story.
Oh, okay. I'll give you Mewtwo King story. Um, I guess when I first met this guy, um, I mean, he's came a long way. I'm not gonna discredit this guy. He came from me beating on his bond, beating on him, to him beating on everyone. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, when I first met this kid, I'm like, yo, what's the matter with this kid? Like when I used to play him, I used to demolish him, and he used to just keep coming back for more. And the craziest thing, I never seen this in a tournament. This guy came to a tournament with a VCR. No, not a VHS, but a VCR, dudes. and that shows determination. Like he brought a VCR and he would sit down, hook it up, and then play his matches on his VCR. I guess obviously to record his matches
Yeah.
and to see how well he did. But yeah, I was like, wow, that's nuts. And one of the things I used to do to him is I used to sandbag. I used to sandbag the first few stocks just to get a feel of how he played.
Yeah.
And then after that, I used to tell him like, "Yo, you stop doing that. Like, stop rolling hair. Stop doing it." He's like, "What am I doing? I'm
Yeah.
beating you just now." I'm like, "Okay, you sure you gonna listen to me?" And then he's like, "Don't worry about it. I'm doing. I know what I'm doing." I'm like, "Okay." So then
Yeah.
that's when I started destroying him. Each and
True.
every match, I started playing him. And me and him had a rivalry going on for a while. If
Yeah.
you crazy thing is, I didn't know he even remembered that until a while ago. He had this YouTube interview with some guy, and they asked him what was one of his the hurdles in Smash that he had to overcome, and it was fighting me because it'd be like close to the beginning of him playing Smash, he couldn't beat me.
True.
Like honestly, I was one of the guys to get him to switch to Marth and other characters because
Oh yeah.
he couldn't beat me with Fox. The only way he was able to beat me with Fox is him running. Because people don't know, Music King used to be an aggro player. Back in the days he used to be real aggro, but
Yeah.
after a while he developed being a turtle or just running from people because him fighting people like me, it wasn't working. Like in order for a lot of people to beat me, they had to be aggro or really reserves players in order to even
Right.
come close to beating me. So then that's when he started developing, a reserves running away game.
Yeah. Yeah. It took him a while, but he definitely put in the work. And
Yeah, he put in the damn work. I mean, he always had to frame that in his mind, but
right.
it's just that he just needed that XP. That's all.
Yeah. I think that's part of why he used to be so aggro because he didn't understand playing people. He just understood like how to play the game really technical. So he just tried to go in and press buttons really fast. But like he didn't get that when you're playing a person, you can't just do that.
Yeah.
Anyone
Oh,
heard from Isaiah these days, or is he kind of off the
I
radar?
mean, I haven't heard of Isaiah, but I know of a member of mine's like Dyer. He speaks to Isaiah frequently, or
Oh, okay.
not frequently, but I guess the most I've heard of anyone speak to Isaiah. But
Oh, okay.
he's telling me that right now Isaiah is currently he has a girlfriend, and I think he's working somewhere.
Nice.
And I'm not sure if he's finished school or he's in school, but I know he has a decent job. So
Yeah.
good for him. I thought he was gonna be blinking forever. So
That's
you know
what's
what I'm
up.
talking about, chilling.
Yeah.
This guy loves to freaking blink. I'm like, yo, dude, you gotta take a break from Smash, man. Like, seriously, if you blinking excessively and no one, you're not playing the game, something's wrong, man. Something's wrong.
That's funny as hell. Let's see. It looks like the questions are kind of slowing down. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about specifically, Wes?
I mean, what do you like? What I want to ask you a good question. What the heck is up with Azen? Like, what's the matter with him, yo? Like, he
I
doesn't go
mean,
nowhere, man. Like, what's yo? Actually, let's take a 5 minute moment of silence, just us. We want to hear you talk about what's going on, Azen. I'm not if it's real personal, then fine, you keep it out. But
yeah,
something that you don't want to let release to the public. But if it's something like, I gotta tell everyone this because this is ridiculous. Like people want to, I'm sure people want to know what the heck is
yeah.
up with Azen. Like yo, dude, I was laughing my ass off when I was home and I saw that video that VG Boot Camp made. They made this trailer of Azen coming back, like the Star Wars
Oh
trailer.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was freaking laughing because at the video looked like it was forced because at the end of the video you see Azen, he's just standing there with no emotion and he's like blinking. I'm like, yo, what is this, yo?
Word. Yeah, no, I mean, as far as like, I guess Asin's personal life, I don't really want to go into too much detail about it, just because, I mean, I mean, I guess there's a lot going on there, and I don't really know all the specifics of it myself, so I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
go into too much detail about what I don't
I
really
get
know about. But I do think, at least as far as Smash goes, I feel like Asin is gonna come back one day. It's just a matter of when. Oh
you.
snap! Thank you for the sub, Mr. Dubs. But yeah, I think I really feel like I mean, his skill is still there. Like I play him, he's still my main practice partner, and he still gives me really good practice. Like he still beats me most of the time when we play. Like even though like people probably wouldn't consider him even like a top 100 player at this point, but he could still consistently beat me sometimes. Like I feel like if anything, he probably just wants to be like, because he did briefly make a comeback in 2011, 2012, and
Hmm.
during that time, like he did all right, but whenever he ran into like a top player, he would just get demolished. Like if he played like Hacks or Mango or something, and I think when that type of stuff happened, he like hated it because he used to be the best. Like he used to be winning every
I
tournament
get
or
it.
getting top two or top three. I feel like it was like almost like embarrassing for him to come back and have that happen. Even though there's a lot of old school players that come back and that happens because it's fucking hard to come back and still be good in the metagame with how fast it evolves. But I feel like now if he does come back, he wants to make sure he's like ready to win a tournament before he comes back.
I get what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah,
so it's kind of the same way I feel about the game. Like, as far at least when melee comes, like you want to come back, but if you don't have the proper tools to come back, then there's no
yeah,
point.
exactly. No, I
I
mean,
get what you're saying.
I agree. And for a lot of like the old school players, I feel like the fact that they don't have as much success might have to do with like their motivation. Like they might just be coming back because they miss Smash. They might not be coming back to be the best again. And I feel like that's the case with a lot of old school players in general. But with Azen, that's not really the case. Like if he's playing in a tournament, he wants to win. Period. Like even if he doesn't necessarily come off as that like super competitive, cocky type of person, but he has a really competitive personality. So. I don't think he wants to show up to a tournament until he's confident he can win it.
Nah, I understand what you're talking about. Nah, I feel the same way. That's kind of that's kind of why I stopped playing melee. Like, if I wasn't gonna win, then there's no point in me playing because, I mean, truth be told, I've entered tournaments in melee around my region, and I placed like top five or top three. Or some tournaments I placed top two, and decent people were there, like Hacks, um, who was there? Hacks, DJ Nintendo, all of those guys. But it
Right.
was like it still wasn't, it still wasn't enough because in the back of my mind, I knew that if I go to a major, I'm not gonna place even top 50 because of the fact that I don't get enough training, and
Yeah.
I don't really get, I don't really get hyped over beating people from my region like that.
True. Um, Someone had a good question. How come I don't see many old school players from the documentary on the top right now? Well, a lot of it is the fact that we did play so much already. Like we played so long. Like I mean, it's definitely possible that a lot of people just got like either bored of Melee or when Brawl first came out, a lot of people quit just because it was assumed that everyone would just move on to Brawl. So if you didn't like Brawl, then it was just like, okay, I guess it's time to move on from Smash. So the other thing is that I think a lot of old school players don't specifically the ones that were at the top back in the day, such as Ken, KDJ, players like that reached the pinnacle back then. I feel like those players already hit the top of the mountain. Like they don't have anything to prove anymore as far as that goes. So they have less of a drive to get there. So that's another big reason I think why you don't see the old school players coming back as strong. I mean, it's not like they're incapable of doing it. It's just the newer players are still relatively fresh. Like even if it's a few years in or whatever, still relatively fresh. It's still like a thrill to for them to like get better and like see the improvement and everything like that. Whereas the old school players have already been through all that back in the day. So that's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly true.
Uh, let's see.
I mean, yeah, he is recently sponsored. I'm not sure if he's still sponsored, but
Yeah,
that,
he's
I mean,
still Team Liquid.
yeah, that's their drive now. They got sponsors. I mean, that's probably why Ken came back. I mean, because it's funny because I went to Ken's stream a long time ago, and Ken wanted to deny me up and down that he wasn't coming back. I was like, Ken, stop it, man. You coming back? Why? Why are you streaming? He's like, oh, Wes, I'm just streaming for kicks. Every time I know when Ken lies, man. I always tell him like, why are you lying? Ken? He's like, Wes, but I'm streaming just for kicks, man. For the community. I'm like, what? Yo, stop it, Ken. Stop it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't come back for no reason. Like, come on, stop it, Ken. Then a few months later, I
Picked
see
up.
this guy on Team
Yeah.
Liquid. I'm like, oh, see, I knew you was lying, man. I wasn't surprised, dude. I saw him. I saw him at SK Tower. I'm like, yeah, see, I knew you was lying. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're right, Wes. You got me. I'm like, you jerk. I knew it, man.
uh, was Wes ever a top 10 player? Absolutely. He was top five in 2003, 2004. So Wes was definitely he was easily the best Samus in that time period too. Wes was one of the top players in the country. Um, All right, I think the question's slowing down a little bit. We might go ahead and wrap this up here. Thank you so much for joining me, Wes. Really appreciate it, man. I had a good time talking to you about the good old days. If people have questions for you or whatever, how can they contact you?
Or you can simply contact me on my Twitter is Legendary West 7. You can send me some tweets or just add me, follow me, and you
Yeah,
can talk to me in a private message, or you could just speak to me on Facebook. My Facebook name is Antoine Lewis Hall, ANTOINELEWIS hyphen HALL. There's only one Antoine Lewis Hall, so
true.
you can't
Perfect.
really you can't. It's not really hard to find me. So
Right. All right,
I mean, if people
cool.
want to speak, let me know.
Awesome. And you do have a YouTube channel as well, right?
Yes,
What is that?
it's called the Legendary West.
Okay, perfect. And yeah,
Yeah.
Wes has some really entertaining videos on there for sure. The Smash on Blast series is really great. So I'll have a link to both Wes's Twitter as well as his YouTube channel in the description when this goes up on YouTube. So you guys can definitely follow him
Hmm.
and check him out there as well. So once again, that wraps up this episode. Thank you again, Wes, for joining me, and take care, man.
Oh, all right. Take care. One more thing.
Yes.
If you happen to have any type of this is just a little idea I'm throwing out there to you, right? If you have just like the nostalgic I guess Thursdays, that's what it's called.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah, if you
Nostalgia
have
Nights.
sorry, nostalgia nights. If you have any other episodes like that when it comes to if you want to do something like a roasting a roasting day, yo, please let me be on one of those episodes, yo. I would love to help you roast somebody, man.
Yeah,
I
all
have a
right.
I have a lot built inside me, all right? So
Word. All right,
just let me know, all
that's
right?
an idea. I'll definitely keep that in mind, man.
Oh yeah, what's up with Az's mother? I gotta find out, man. Is she
Oh,
all
man.
right? Is she still
Yeah,
cool?
yeah, she's good. She's good.
All right.
I haven't seen her too much lately, but
Mhm.
last I talked to her, she was doing well. So,
All right, good. Yeah, she's a very, very nice mother, man. Like
yeah.
she was so nice, dude.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
So,
remember when she made spaghetti for everyone at Game
oh,
Over?
dude, yeah, I remember she made spaghetti for all of us. And yo, she even knew who I was. I'm like, word? She's like, she not only didn't say West, she said West from Daily Alliance from New York. I'm like, yo, where did you get this information from? Like, you go to Smash Boys? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? Like, for a mother to be that involved in her son's like,
Yeah,
life like that, that's cool. So
for sure. She was always really supportive of
yeah.
Azen
So I mean,
Smash, so
if you happen to see Azen and tell him I said hi to him and his mother. So
word. I got you, man. Will do.
all right,
All right, dude. Take care. Nice talking, man.
all right, later. Thanks. Keep doing the Twitter. Keep making the old school players proud, man.
Word. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Later. I'll be rooting for your Apex, man. Salty Sweets. That's who you fighting left and right.
Yeah, yeah. I expect you
Yo,
to be the
please,
trash talking for me,
please
man.
take this Abercrombie and Finch wannabe out, please, man. He's not even yo. He's not built like that. Straight up, man.
True. Yeah, no, I'm gonna fuck him up. Real talk.
All right.
So
If
I
not, yo, let's meet him in the alleyway. All right, we'll handle it.
Word, we'll take care of it afterward, just in
All right.
case.
A few DA members are gonna go there, so
Word.
we'll
That's what's
we'll,
up.
we'll we'll hit him over the head with a few bottles, and then he won't. You know what I'm saying? You'll still come out champion.
There we go. There we go. Sounds good, dude.
All
All right,
right, later,
man.
man.
Take care, dude.